so you know, I think the people can hear you now.
The little spaceman in green.
You're doubling down on your song, your new song.
Hey, Spaceman in Green is number one hit. It's bars. It's fabulous. Okay, fabulous, darling. Look at the feathers.
How's everybody doing today? Welcome to another episode of Tech Rapper Live.
My bad.
Oh, I know what I did wrong here.
Tech Rapper Live.
Oh, it's me. It's normally supposed to be Sweetie who starts off
Hey.
first.
Tech Rapper Live.
How's everybody doing?
Hi, peoples.
Welcome to Tech Trapper Live
Hi,
on a Friday night.
Friday night.
Tech Trapper Live on a Friday night.
Live.
Sweetie, can I hear
On a
us? Did you
Friday.
check out the feed?
On
See
a
if everything
Friday
comes through
night.
clear? Oh, okay. So how's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing today? We should have a nice, fun show tonight.
Fun show.
I think I've solved my broadcasting issues. So I think that's the thing. I think we solved that, sweetie.
Yay.
Unfortunately, you can't
Nah,
see me.
I have to do
Yeah.
one of those numbers there.
But I had to, fix some things.
But one must do what one must do.
I hope everybody's having a good Friday night, Friday afternoon. It's raining here in
And
Houston.
I don't like it.
Nah, it's like raining. What is it? Cats and dogs. People used to say it's raining cats and dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So
And you said it's been raining all day? It
Yeah.
was hard for me to get home, for us to land because of the weather. And I didn't like that for me.
it started raining last night, about what 11:30, something like that.
And it held in on the other side of town.
What you mean?
Hailstorm, like it was a hailstorm on the other side of town.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Like was it in Rosharon and on the south side out that way? It was a hailstorm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tonight, we should have a pretty cool show. Like the title says, we're going to talk about the Supernote Manta versus the Boox Go 10.3.
I didn't even see the title.
Did I make the title? Is the question.
No.
I hope I did. I thought I did. But yeah, we're gonna take a look at those two tablets. We're gonna do a comparison. We're gonna see how similar they are, if they are similar, and how much uniquely different they are. This is not going to be a which one is better type of comparison, though, sweetie. I think both tablets or both platforms are pretty awesome. So we're not trying to see which one is better. We're more just comparing the two tablets to see the similarities, to see the differences, to see, which workflows work best on which one. How many workflows cross over. I think this is I think both these tablets are good tablets. I think both of them have a lot of similarities in what you can do for as use case. They also have some very unique differences between the two for us, what they will allow you to do, what you can do with use case and things like that. So we're going to check that out, and we're just going to, not necessarily see which one is better, but see which one is better for the viewer or the person who is shopping for a new tablet, kind of help them out to make a decision or just to see how similar they are and how slightly different they are.
Hey, Sharon, how you doing, girl?
Sharon, how you doing tonight? So, this is a video I've been working on for a while. For maybe like the whole week I've been working on it. And I said, you know what? I'll see if I can have the discussion on live. It's a Friday night. I don't know how many people are out there partying, but if some people are at home and they want to tune in, maybe we can get some live feedback as well. So, And then outside of that, we're going to talk about the Lumi and the stylus or the styli. I've been seeing some commentary and some videos. It's not a lot of people talking about it. It's just like a couple. And it's just when it comes to the kind of active or capacitive stylite tech. If you can find other pens that work good on the tablet. So I think I started talking about this last show, but we had some technical difficulties. So I have 3 pens here that are not Boox active pens or capacitive pens. They're pens that I picked up off of Amazon, and we're going to just kind of look at them. I think when it comes to, I don't know, the programming or how they work on the tablet, when it comes to the accuracy, how they work, you know, in comparison to the pen that Boox developed for it, I think you get the same performance out of all of them. I think the difference you're going to find is the nib material, which kind of affects the writing experience. So I don't think the actual programming is the issue. I think it's the nib material. Oh, okay. How you doing, puppy? I guess the puppy wants us to know she's there.
Oh, jeez, Harlow.
The puppy's restless, babe.
She's not restless. She just knows she smells her toy, but she doesn't see her toy. Because she pushed it up under the sofa.
I see. Oh, one more thing we're going to talk about, we're going to start the show out with this one. I'm excited about this one, sweetie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, last show we talked about Kindle Scribe.
Uh-huh.
And Smart Shapes being introduced to the platform.
Correct.
Guess what, sweetie?
What?
The Smart Shapes got introduced to the Gen 1 Scribe as well.
Really?
Yes. Entertain the masses.
Hey, masses. Are you entertained yet? Did you see the little spaceman in green? Or was it was too late? Maybe you see it on the replay. It's a little spaceman in green. I like the little spaceman in green.
So what we're going to do right quick is check out our Gen 1 Kindle Scribe. So we're going to check out our Gen 1 Kindle Scribe, and we're going to look at some Smart Shapes.
Sharon says she knows that Ed's handwriting is better on the Manta versus the 10.3. Her opinion.
You know what? My handwriting is better on the Manta than the 10.3. Actually, when it comes to e-ink tablets, my handwriting is best on the Manta. And I think, Sharon, a lot of things come into play when we talk about handwriting on these e-ink devices. One thing that comes into play is going to be the screen surface, the writing surface. The second thing that's going to come into play is the styli. Not necessarily, well, yeah, the programming, of course, but the nib material. So I like using the palm nibs. I like using the palm nibs because it's more, I feel like it's a little more rough. It gives me more feedback when I'm writing. Felt nibs kind of glide across the tablet, and I don't like that. So I use the palm nibs on everything. The reason why my handwriting looks better on the Manta or even the Nomad, I believe, is because of the Feel Right 2. The Feel Right 2 and the nib combination that I'm using. So when I use the Manta or the Nomad, I use this. I use the this Dr. Grip that I got. And before that, I was using a Lamy AL Star with either a palm plastic nib or the ceramic Rants About Tech nib, because the ceramic Rants About Tech nib, it operates a little bit more like a palm nib. And the reason why my handwriting looks better on the Manta is because the Feel Right 2 kind of sticks with the palm nibs and the crystal nib, and it makes me slow down. So because I'm slowing down, my handwriting is better. I just don't like the surface because I don't like the squishy feel. So yes, my handwriting looks best on the Manta, but it's because I'm slowing down. And I hate the harder metal 2. When I start using the harder metal 2 on the Manta, my handwriting's trash. It's back to normal trash. Where we at? Here we go. So this is the Kindle Scribe. Now this is my first gen Kindle Scribe, if you guys can see that. And we're going to look at some smart shapes. So of course you can access your smart shapes. So of course you can access your smart shapes through this icon right here, but you also could just draw them. So let's change this. Oh no, I don't want to add a page. We want to change that to blank. Oh, it's right there. So.
Oh,
How cool is
that?
that?
The Heart of Metal too.
The Heart of Metal 2 is a little bit too heavy for me, Sharon. How about you, sweetie? You like it?
Is that the one you have?
The Heart of Metal 2 is...
Is that the heavy pen that I don't like?
Yeah, it's this one.
I don't like that
Oh,
pen.
sweetie, she doesn't like it either.
It's heavy. I don't like it.
So, yeah, I like the smart shapes. So, we have smart shapes on the Gen 1 Scribe as well. And you can just draw them freehand if you like. Then they'll do their little...
Snatched it right on up, didn't it?
Line snatching like so. And then you still can manipulate your line thickness. Now, what you're not going to get on the Gen 1, which is probably because it's just a black and white tablet, you're not going to get your color choices, you know, like you have on the Kindle Scribe ColorSoft. So if this was the ColorSoft when we got here, you know, we would have fill options, fill color options, and we have line color options. You're only going to get like your line thickness here. We do not have a line fill tool.
Reminds me of a fountain pen I use uncapped.
I can see that because it's a very nice premium pen. This is a very nice premium pen. It's just too heavy for me. And I don't really like the ergonomics that much. It's not bad, but when I'm using this styli for long writing sessions, my hand cramps up. And then you can do your lines. Boom. Line snapping. Oh, and see with the lines, oh, I can add line thickness, and I can also add arrows, which is cool. Boom.
This way down.
You see that, sweetie? I think every platform should have smart shapes. I feel like if your platform doesn't have smart shapes native, they're doing you a disjustice.
Snap.
Oh, that's fire. So, yeah, we have smart shapes on the Gen 1 Kindle Scribe, which is cool. I appreciate it. Isn't that nice, guys?
Very nice indeed, good sir.
What we got next, sweetie?
No, just uncapped.
So, yeah, the Heart of Metal 2 is a nice pen. So I guess we'll get into our Supernote versus the 10.3 discussion. Now, we're going to compare it to the 10.3 Gen 2 Lumi, but I think it would be the same comparison to the Gen 1 10.3. I think the only difference is with the Gen 1 10.3 than the Gen 2 Lumi outside of the elephant in the room, which is the active pen tech. It's probably the same. I think the Gen 2 is slightly snappier. I think it has a upgraded processor. I think it has more speed. It's a little bit heavier. I'm assuming the light layer makes it a little bit heavier.
The light layer?
Yeah, because now there's an extra layer for the light.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Pete.
Pete, what's going on, Pete? How you
Does the
doing?
Gen 1 have the workspace or the old organization?
No, the Gen 1 still has the old organization. They haven't gave us the workspace on the Gen 1 yet. I wish they gave us the workspace on the Gen 1. But they don't want to see us to be great. They want you to buy that new tablet first before they give you the workspace. Which honestly, I was surprised that I'm surprised it hasn't released on it yet. How long did it take the new software to come when they came out with the Gen 2? how fast or how long did it take for them to update the software on the Gen 1? I feel like it wasn't this long. Yeah, no, we still just have the regular home, library, notebook, and then more. And when I go more, I don't see anything more that I want. So yeah.
Seriously, dude. Really?
I'm just saying they haven't added it. So they haven't added it. So yeah, we're gonna talk about a couple of tablets here today. Of course, we're gonna talk about the
Is that my little spaceman in green?
That's your little spaceman in green on the Boox Go 10.3 Gen 2.
But you cannot tell that he is in green.
You can't tell he's in green. This is the Lumi. So we're going to compare the Lumi today with, of course, I just realized we have different spacemen on the tablets.
We do.
We're going to compare it today with the Supernote Manta. Sweetie, you're going to help me out a little bit too.
I am?
Yeah, you're going to help me out a little bit.
Oh, well. Someone seemed very interested in you moving the tablets around.
Oh.
Just so you know.
The puppy?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
She wanted to know what you were doing and why.
Yeah, that is too bad, Pete. Because the Scribe, I like the Scribe. And if they just bring the software to the old tablet, that'll be great. That'll be perfect, actually. So let me switch up my camera view again. And then let's hop into this comparison. So, sweetie, you helped me out with some of this at the coffee shop the other day.
I did. That's true.
And so, what were you doing? What did you help me out with? I guess.
I think it was the writing field we were testing, and the pens. Was it?
We kind of tested. We more or less tested
and
the screen.
the brightness. Did we test?
We didn't test the brightness. We were just looking to see if we could see the difference in screen tech. So the Manta has the better screen, and I'm going to move these around from time to time so it'll be fair because there's a slight glare on this side from my light, and I don't want people to say I'm trying to skew the results. You know.
You have a favorite.
Who?
That's what they're gonna say.
I do have a favorite. Everyone has a favorite though.
You're showing favoritism. You're biased.
Everyone has a bias. I try my best to remove my bias, and I think I do a good job of removing my bias.
I agree.
I think I do one of the better jobs actually.
But I could be being biased because you're my guy.
You could be being biased.
But I think you're fabulous.
I think I do one of the better jobs of removing my bias. But you know what? Some people might not feel that way. Some people might feel like I'm totally biased against Boox and that I'm going to say all bad things about another platform, which I'm not. You know. Hey man, look, I'm just telling you. This is what
Fiddle faddle.
Fiddle faddle.
Yep. Fiddle faddle fish sticks.
And then we're going to talk about something cool that I read in Reddit that from Boox Official that I think Boox has coming on the way for these tablets. And I'm pretty excited.
Harlow, stop it, man. You're embarrassing me.
Cha.
Go. Stop. You're embarrassing me. Shh. Hush up. Go. Hey, stop that. The people can hear you. Hey, excuse me, madam. Madam. Hello, madam. Excuse me. Can I talk to you about your car insurance?
About switching to Geico?
Yeah. Hey. Oh, somewhere.
Now, I'm going to cut the light off so it can be fair too because I don't want people to say that,
Yeah, let's be fair.
So, one thing about both of these tablets that they're missing that I didn't realize I actually like until I started using the Note Air 4C, the AI Paper Mini, and now the iFlyTech AI Note Air 2. Mm-hmm. The fingerprint scanner. The fingerprint.
Yeah.
Unlike the fingerprint identifier thing. I didn't realize that I don't like putting my my password in. I didn't realize that until recently. So let's talk about the tablets. Here we have the Supernote Manta and the Boox Go 10.3. This is going to be the Gen 2, and this is going to be the Lumi, but I have the light off. For one, I don't need it on right now, and secondly, I want to make sure we're just doing a fair comparison. So, the reason why I wanted to compare them, 2 reasons, 3 maybe 3.
Okay.
The first reason is because I think these are 2 of the top tablets when you look at the e-ink space. I think when you look at the e-ink space, you look at note focus tablets that give you a multi-purpose workflow that perform well, have a lot of great tools, and that have good writing feels and experiences. I think these are at the top. The only tablet that I would put over these 2 when it comes to writing feel and experience would be a Remarkable tablet. But I know the writing feel and experience is subjective, so it's what you like. But I think when it comes to just kind of like the best tablets that you can get, these are the top. These are at the top. I don't know which one is 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 for that matter, because I know they're top 10 lists, but I think these are in that list. That's the reason why I wanted to compare them, and I've been wanting to compare them for a while. Mainly the reason why I went out and got the Manta. Second and third reasons why I was going to do it, because I simply was told I wasn't supposed to.
Why were you not supposed
Well,
to?
I was told it's not apples to apples. I was told that Manta shouldn't really be compared to the 10.3 because they're not in the same class, or they're not in the same category, or they shouldn't be compared together.
Or they're not e-ink?
They're both e-ink tablets, black and white, note focused, and they both fall within that 10 to 11 inch size category of note focused e-ink tablets.
So why can't one compare them?
Well, there are a couple of reasons, mainly 7, but I'll give you a couple of them. So one of the reasons is the Manta is a 10.7 inch size e-ink tablet, while the 10.3 is, of course, 10.3. So that was some of the reason. Then you look at the fact that the Manta has the newest screen tech, which would be the Carter 1300 Mobius Flex Screen, while the 10.3 has an older screen. I want to say it's like the Carter 1200. I don't know if it's 1200 HD, if it's 1200, if it's 1250. I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. I just know it's not the most newest screen tech. And because of that, shouldn't be compared, because you're not comparing apples to apples. And then, of course, the Manta has modularity. So what I mean by that, you guys, when you flip it to the back, it's modular. So if I remove this, I have access to the back panel, which will give me access to the SoC, to the battery, and also give you access to expandable storage, which Boox doesn't have expandable storage either. So this one is modular, it's repairable. This one is not modular. Technically, I can't repair it unless I send it off somewhere, either back to Boox, back to you fix, I break, you fix, whatever it's called. Another reason why I'm not they're not in the same class, I guess, is because the Manta has pogo pins. Manta has pogo pins for accessories that are not yet available, while the Boox Go 10.3 does not have pogo pins, but you do have access to Bluetooth accessories by connecting them via Bluetooth, which, to be fair, you can also connect like a Bluetooth keyboard to the Manta as well. So one's slightly larger, one has a slightly newer or the newest screen tech. Also, the Manta's modular, so it's repairable. And right now, I think I can switch the battery out, and of course, I can add up to 2 terabytes of storage with like a SSD card.
Right.
And of course, once you have an SoC that is available, I can update it.
Sharon says, what I don't like about Supernote is that you cannot make changes to the notes in the partner app.
you can't make changes to notes in the partner app, Sharon. But I will say that that's one thing that Supernote has.
I think I think we lost the feed.
What you mean by that?
There's nothing. I don't see anything.
What do you mean lost feed?
Hold on. Never mind.
Oh,
Hold on.
you sure?
Yeah, I thought we lost it, but
Or still
'cause
here?
it was just black at first, so I had to make sure.
Oh,
Okay.
girl, you scared me.
My bad. We're all good. Carry on.
You know, Supernote does not want me to press the last number of my password. It just doesn't want me to.
Is that why you
Only when I
realize
use.
you don't like putting in your password?
Yeah, but it's only when I use my finger. When I use the stylight, it works fine. That's the one thing that Supernote, not the one thing, but that's one of the things that I think Supernote does great that Boox can improve on, and that is going to be the partner app. So the Supernote partner app is pretty good. I think the Supernote partner app is one of the best. I like the Remarkable partner app better than Supernote, but to be honest with you, it's probably only because of how I use the partner apps.
Mm-hmm.
How I would want to use the partner app. Remarkable fits my use case a little bit better, but the Supernote partner app is just as good. But that is the one thing you can't do with Supernote partner app. You can't edit your notes inside the partner app, but you know that's better than what you can do with Boox. Boox, they have a decent like web app for your computer, and even the app for your phone is pretty good as far as just moving information on it. But when you pull up the web-based app for your computer, you can see your information. It's kind of slow when it comes to downloading your information and even just producing your notes for you to view. It's slow. It's good at pushing things to your tablet. So like push read, if I grab a website and I want to push to the tablet, any information I'm pushing to the tablet, it works fine in that regard. So that's something they need to fix if they want to compete with the Remarkables and Supernotes of the world when you start talking about the partner app. And even Penstar to some degree. Penstar to some degree has a better partner app than Boox. So the first thing we're going to look at is, and we're not going to take like a deep dive into the software and how it works and the UI and all of that. But I think when you're looking at which one of these tablets you want to select if you're looking to purchase one, whether you're new to e-ink or you just want to get a different tablet or you want to upgrade from something that you need a little bit more functionality out of, kind of like I was with Scribe where I wanted something more. I think the most important thing to look at before you even look at price, but like the first thing to look at is what you need, what you want, what you need out of the software. And I think for a while, Supernote had Boox beat on organization. But after Boox developed their software more and gave us some updates, some more functionality, I don't think that's the case anymore. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not going to say that Boox has surpassed Supernote from a reviewer standpoint. I'm not going to say they've surpassed Supernote, but I think they're on par at the same level because of what you can do with Boox. And also when you look at what you can do with Supernote. So we're going to look at the UI and just how you navigate both tablets first. I will say that the Supernote UI is easier to learn. So the Supernote UI has an easier learning curve than your Boox UI. With Boox, you have to kind of tailor it for your experience. Mm-hmm. So you get a lot of tools because there's a lot of functionality within the device and within the platform, and you just have to set it up for you. Once you set it up for how you want to use it, it's gonna work fine. It's gonna work fine. So, like prime example, my gestures. I set up my gestures and I customized my home screen menu bar here to reflect what I want to do most. And what I mean by that, you can go in and you can customize this home screen bar over here. I just added the things that I use on the tablet most. That's why I have my notes app here up top first From there, I'm going to have the calendar memo app. Now that they've made a better calendar memo app that's usable, it's more functionality than it was at first. That's something I'm always in. Between my notes app and my calendar memo app, I'm going to always be within those two apps. From there, I have the Remarkable app. Because I use the Remarkable platform in tandem with my Boox platform, I have that there because I move a lot of files in between the two.
And Sharon says the Remarkable seems to excel with their partner app.
It's wonderful. That's one of the reasons why I have it on my Boox tablets. Of course, then I have the library. I have the library here because I do dip in and out of a lot of PDFs and EPUBs on the 10.3, and a lot of those PDFs are going to be for work. Of course, you have your settings. Your settings always has to be on this toolbar, so you can't move the settings from there. And then, of course, I have apps. So I have access to my third-party apps. Now, you have full access to the Google Play Store on the 10.3. And I like that about the Boox platform. The funny thing is I don't use a lot of third-party apps, as you guys can see. When you look at third-party apps, honestly, right now, the only thing I have installed outside of the Google Play Store is going to be the Kindle app and the Remarkable app. I had some other third-party apps on here, but I really don't use them that much right now, so I took them off. So the most I'm using right now, honestly, is the Kindle app and the Remarkable app. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later when it comes to the Play Store and what you can do with this tablet opposed to the Supernote. And then the last one I have is going to be my Boox Drop. Now, I have Boox Drop here because if you guys see, I use a lot of, I use Boox Drop a lot to move information on here. So when you push stuff to the tablet, essentially it's going to live in your Boox Drop. Now, when you move stuff like EPUBs and PDFs to the tablet, you know, I have my library set up where as soon as those things come to the tablet, it's going to go to a folder. You see here I have my push folder. So every time I push an EPUB or PDF, it's going to automatically flow to that push folder. And then from there, I have access to it. And, you know, with my PDFs, I don't open them in the Neo Reader. I open them in Notes. So if you long press your document that you get and then you hit the open with, you're going to get a couple of options. Now you can set it as your default, so it will always default to that. I haven't set the default up on the Lumi yet because I'm still making some videos showing people how they can set up the library and things like that. And like Supernote, Boox, the 10.3, the Go series, they don't have a true home screen. So you kind of can make your home screen customizable for what you want it to. So you can go in and you can make your home screen be the notes. You can make it be the library, the calendar, whichever one you want to make it the home screen out of those selections. So I usually make it the notes app, and then I usually keep it on my favorites. And I kind of use that as a way to quickly access those files for its notes that I'm going to constantly be moving in back and forth. So let's say if I was in this note here, oh, that's my journal too. I hope I didn't talk bad about nobody. I open this one instead. So, you know, if I'm in a note, and normally how I set up my day, normally how I set up my day, if I know I'm at work and I'm going to be in 3 specific notes, I'll go ahead and move those to the favorites if they're not already there. And so now I'm working in a note. And one of the ways I just quickly access something back and forth, if I don't have a link in here for it, I just use my swipe gesture, which is going to take me back to my homepage, which will take me to those favorites. And then I can access the next note. And so that's how that UI is going to work with the Boox tablet.
So Sharon says, I went to sideload apps on my Nomad today. There was a warning that there could be malicious code that may damage my Mac. So no side loading for me, not worth the risk.
So that is one of the things that we're going to talk about here in a minute with the Supernote, that I don't like, and I haven't done it yet. But here's the Supernote. So just like Supernote, I'm sorry, just like the Boox tablet, where we don't have a legit homepage. I guess kind of like your homepage would be access to your files. Supernote's the same way, or similar, and they do it in a. It's pretty cool. So right here you see, I guess this would be somewhat of a home screen. Someone correct me if I'm wrong about that, but you just have access to all of your file structure. So you have access to your documents, your exports, your My Style, which is where you're gonna put those PDFs or things that you want to create a custom template with. You have your note files. That's where all your notes are gonna live. You have like your screenshots if you make screenshots, and then you have your inbox. I don't think I have my email set up on here. Yes, I don't even know. I haven't even explored the inbox. But you have access to like your note structure. I kind of keep the same filing structure on all my tablets.
Hi, she ink.
Hey Shink, how you doing? You have your My Styles, so I have like my daily journal template, which is one of the few templates I actually use. I have that there as well. You have your exports. This is if you export anything off, it'll be there. And then you have your documents, and you have documents here. I have a couple of EPUBs on the tablet. Now, what you can do with Supernote that you can't necessarily do with Boox, it's similar to Remarkable, where you can kind of file anything where you want it. So you can have some certain things living in the same file, like notes and PDFs or EPUBs. You can have them living in the same file. I haven't set that up recently, I don't believe, but you can definitely do that. And so they have filters here. So if I had favorites, I could click that, and I can have favorites here. And so what Supernote has when it comes to organization, I guess that some people think works better, and it could work better for your workflow, is the quick access menu. Now, I really feel like the quick access menu is more of a home screen experience that will be similar to what you get with the Boox tablet once you go to home. So if you just swipe down on your right side slider, now you're going to get this pull up, which to me, I think this really is the home screen of the tablet, because you're getting access to everything that you want to or need on the tablet. Plus, you get this quick access menu, which is pretty cool. It's going to give you 8 slots for you to pin something here to quickly jump back and forth to. I'm not big on putting a lot of documents there. I actually like putting folders there because I find myself jumping in and out of folders more to see multiple notes that I might want, because I only have 8 slots. It's not like the Boox tablet where I can have as many favorite slots as I want to. Supernote only have 8. So I would rather put a folder in there where I can pull up, 4 or 5 documents at once. So I have a folder here, and it's my Tech Trap Alive folder, and then I have some stuff there. I have a note actually here. So it just depends on, like, this is my creative folder here. And then what I do with Supernote, once I do that, I'll favorite something. So then I can just kind of sort it to my favorites. And then, I would have those documents listed here. I don't have a lot of favorites on the Manta, because to be honest with you, I use the Nomad more than I use the Manta. So yeah, you have that down there. So you have your eight slots for your quick access items that you want to quickly access. But then you have, access to your recents. You can create a new note. You have your last open note, your last open document. And then when you get down here, you have some of the other areas of the tablet. Like you have access to your calendar. You have access to the to the complete filing structure. You have access to the digest, your settings, your to-dos, and then the new ink hub, which is pretty cool. And we'll talk about the new ink hub later on as one of those features that Supernote has that's pretty cool for their users. But the one thing you don't have is you don't have Google Play. And I don't think it's a good or bad thing. But you don't have Google Play. The only way you can put third-party apps on here is going to be through the Aurora app. So it's a two-step process to sideload the Aurora store on your tablet. And then once you load the Aurora store on your tablet, you have a Google Play Store-like experience, which will allow you to download some third-party apps. I don't know if it's the full app suite that you would find on Google Play. Mm-hmm. But I think when it comes to what's available, I think it does have, kind of like the main apps that people might use available to it. I know the Aurora store is for lower powered devices that are running Android. The Manta is more lower powered than the 10.3 Gen 2 Lumi. You're running, I think, Android 11 on this. I think you're running Android 15 on this. So that's a big difference. You have like a faster, better processor on the Boox device than you have here, but you don't need it because you're not running. I'm not going to say it's not as powerful, but I just think the 10.3 is a more powerful tablet than you're going to get with this. What you got?
So She says that your notes look great. Okay.
Oh.
Sharon says she created a table of content link. A table of content linked to most used notes as her homepage on Supernote. And then she says that she did the same thing on her Manta, and Nomad makes moving around much easier. And Sharon says not having Google Play is a plus for her.
Yeah, I can see that. Everybody doesn't need Google Play. And it's funny. She
agrees.
I probably don't need Google Play. If I'm really being honest, you guys saw the apps I had. Only thing I had on there was the Kindle app and the Remarkable app. So now I used to have the Microsoft Office app on there. I had OneNote on there. I had YouTube on there. I had Reddit. I had
sounds like a lot.
A Discord. So I took it off because I wasn't using them. Not on the 10.3. Now I did keep Discord and Reddit on the Go 7 because I do enjoy interacting on Reddit and Discord on e-ink. Mm-hmm. Because it's not a lot of graphics. Reddit can be graphic heavy, but Discord is just like a discussion app or a social media app. So I like Discord on e-ink. So I have Discord on the Go 7, and I like using it on that tablet. I still have YouTube on the Note Air 4C. Mm-hmm. It's not the best way to watch YouTube, but I like to punish myself from time to time.
Why does this not surprise me?
I don't know.
Not surprise me at all, sir.
So the one thing we talked about, and we're going to hop into some form of a note, right? I got to find a note where I got to find a note that's not my journal entry where I may or may not be adding people to the slap list.
Jeez Louise.
So what we're going to do now is kind of look at handwriting on both tablets. And this is what me and you talked about in the coffee shop, sweetie. We kind of compared the screens. They're both 300 PPI tablets. Like I said, this Manta is going to have the newest screen tech opposed to the 10.3 that has not the newest screen tech. And I asked you in the coffee shop, mm-hmm. Do you see a difference in the display? Do you think that, do you see a difference in the display? Do you think that one display shows better than the other?
This is true. You did ask me that. And I don't believe I really saw too much of a difference. Not to me. Do they look?
To me, they kind of look the same. To me, they're both sharp. They're both clear.
Yeah.
The contrast is great on both of them. Like I don't see a difference. So there are some things like I think now I don't know which one handles ghosting better. I know the Carter 1300 had a ghosting problem. I don't, and I think out of all the Carter 1300s with the ghosting problem, I want to say that the Manta kind of fixed theirs. When it comes to ghosting, I don't pay a lot of attention to ghosting because my thing is if it's that bad, I'll just manually refresh it. I know the Note Max had ghosting problems. I think the Note Max is Carter 1300, but I know that the Manta didn't have the exact same ghosting issues with the Note Max. Now, this is a non-BSR tablet, the 10.3, which means, Boox has something called Boox Super Refresh, and you don't have that on the 10.3. I don't think the Manta has any type of tech that's close to Boox Super Refresh, which is another thing. The other thing was like the Manta should be more compared to like the Note Air 5C, which was weird to me as well because now that's a color tablet. It's still 10.3 inches, but has BSR, so you would be dealing with better refresh technology than the Manta. I would think that those aren't in the same class category, but hey, who am I? So when we look at the page turn, you'll notice with the Manta, if I turn a page, there's not a lot of flash. Your header stays the same. That header just flashed to a lighter color header that I made. So that's kind of like all the flash you get. When it comes to the 10.3, there's a little bit of flash, but now that I look at it, it's the same flash with this though. See, I thought the Manta didn't have a flash like that. So I guess when it goes to that lighter color, that the Boox tags have this color, and with Supernote you can kind of figure out you can change how you want that header to look. Oh, so yeah, there's a little bit of flash there, but for the most part they're both fast. I don't think it's a lot of ghosting on either one. Oh, so now we'll see because I have a big image here. We'll see if it's a lot of ghosting when I go to the next page. All right. You see ghosting, sweetie? I'm pretty sure it's there. Let's see.
I don't. Not from this. I can't see.
So yeah.
What it is.
I mean, if I had to say anything, I would say it seems like the page turn on the Manta is faster than the 10.3. What do you think, sweetie?
Do it.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Which one's faster? You ready?
Okay.
See. Which one looked faster?
Which one is the one?
This is the 10.3. This is the Manta.
Yep. 10.3.
See, I don't know.
It looked going off what you just did. The 10.3 looked faster.
I don't want people to say I'm trying to skew. Okay, hold on.
You did it at the same time. Still same outcome.
So you're my witness. I'm not skewing results, right?
This is live, man.
You ready? Hold on.
I'm ready. I'm watching.
All right. So I'm gonna try to start in the same spot on the tablets.
Okay.
You ready?
I don't think it moved.
Okay.
It didn't move.
You ready?
Ready. The 10 point. Even Sharon says the 10.3 is faster.
The 10.3 is the oldest screen sharing. But they both move quick, so I don't even think it matters, to be honest with you. Like, they both perform well. Both these screens perform pretty good, so I don't even think it really matters. I'm not that guy. I'm not like,
Not by much though.
No, it's definitely not by much.
No, it's not by much. It's not by much, but
both these screens perform pretty good. Now, what we're going to find, what we're going to find different in, to just let you know, I use my tablets, guys. Jesus, okay. Oh, I know what I was doing there. I was looking at the, I was using that page. I was looking at, I was messing around with the Go 7 to see if they fixed the writing fill, which they did. I'm busy.
telephone.
I know who that is, by the way.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's my parents.
I know.
Um,
Why is she calling from my cell phone?
that's what she does. So now we're going to look at. She's probably finna call you. So now we're going to look at the Notes app. And both these tablets have some great tools and functionality within the Notes app to the point where we're not going to sit here and go through every tool in this Notes app. We're going to go through some things that I think are similar or the similarities with the tablets. And then we're going to look at some things that are uniquely different with the tablets. So the first thing I like about it is that both of these tablets have some sort of smart lasso or some sort of gesture-driven function that allows you to quickly kind of like interact with your information. So we'll start with the 10.3. No, snap. So we'll start with the 10.3. Now, one of the main differences between the two is going to be your pen tech. The Gen 2 is going to be active. One of the downsides to the active is, let's say if you're not writing, I'm reading. Sometimes when you first go to write again, it has to connect. Mm-hmm. That's a problem for some people, and I can understand that.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm not in that much of a rush.
You gotta go fast.
So what I like about the 10.3 is they have smart AI tools. So when you access your AI menu here, it's really just Smart Scribe. That's going to give you shape perfection. That's going to give you lasso recognition. That's going to give you scribble to erase. All right. So once you have all those activated, you get things like this. You get your Smart Lasso. And then from there, with your Smart Lasso, now you're going to get all of your writing tools. They used to not be at site of selection. They were just on a toolbar. Which, if I'm being honest, it really didn't bother me. Rod used to always say that was one of his biggest pet peeves about the Boox tablet is that you didn't have menu options at the site of selection. I said it was being extra until we got menu items at the site of selection. And I was like, oh, that is very convenient. So yeah, you have all the tools that you would need here for your use. And you have things like tags. So the one thing that's different but kind of the same, not the same, they have similar use cases, is your tagging system. So both of them will tag the page. So even though you can associate it with the actual word or phrase, it's going to tag the page. It's going to be at page level. So, you know, you can have a tagging system and you can add whatever tag that you like on Boox. So you can do that. Of course, you can do things like copy and paste. You can do things like edit your color, edit your font size or line thickness, things like that. Of course, we talked about the tagging. When you select your menu, you can flip it, you know, horizontally, vertically, however you want to do that. Now, this is new, being able to manage your layers from the site of selection. And of course, with the addition to the calendar updates, the calendar memo updates that they've given us, now you have the ability to create an event or to do. So, well, they call to-dos reminders, but you get it. So you can create those from the site of selection. And so I like that. And so that's what you have. Instead of having to go select your Smart Lasso, you know, you just have the, instead of having to go select your lasso icon over here, you can do the Smart Selection. And of course, we have the Scribble to Erase. Now, I will say, Scribble to Erase can be hit or miss from time to time, depending on how you're using it. So if I'm just writing, and then try to go directly into Scribble to Erase, it's not going to erase because it's going to think that that's still part of whatever stroke I was using. So you kind of got to pause for a second or so, and then you can go and you can do the Scribble Erase. I like scribble erase. And of course, you can smart lasso if you don't want to scribble to erase, and then you just erase it. So that's one function there. Another function that you have when it comes to indexing is being able to build out your own outline or table of contents. And so to do that, you just go to your multi-page viewer, and then when you select that, now you're going to see your outline. Your outline is going to be a system of outlines and sub-outlines. So everywhere you see I have like an arrow or, the triangle thing, I have the main outline, which here is going to be 21226. And then when I select my arrow here, now it's going to open up those sub-outlines that I have. And you guys can see I even have a sub-outline to the sub-outline. So I even have sub-outlines to sub-outlines. So it's kind of, you have unlimited ways to index. And you can add a sub-outline from here by hitting your menu. You guys see it says add sub-outline. That's where you add your sub-outline from. And of course, if you want to just start your outline, you long press on the page. And then you're going to get a couple of options. Down here is where you see add to outline. So if I want to add this page to outline, I'm going to select it. And then I'll title my outline. It's going to tell you what page it is, and you're going to hit OK. So that's another cool tool that's here inside Notes app. Now, when you look at any questions in the chat yet? No?
She Inc. and Sharon are discussing scribble erase in Smart Lasso. So
Cool.
Sharon says favorite notebook. Oh, that's shoot.
She Inc.
She likes the narrow lines. She Inc. Misses the scribble erase on her remove and the bywoods and her super note. Yeah.
Yeah. Scribble erase is something I need. I love scribble erase. She Inc. Sweetie sent me Harry Potter Starbucks mugs.
Oh, I sent it to her as well.
Oh, she sent it to you as well? Okay.
Oh, of course I did.
Right.
There's so much Harry Potter stuff that pops up on my feed now. That is crazy. I sent you the coffee maker.
Yeah.
Of the hat. The hat.
I saw that.
Keyboards.
I saw that.
That pop up. Hey. Where you going, Lit Crip? Hey, sit down.
This is what happens when the rogue dogs in the neighborhood bark. So, now we're going to look at Supernote and how we handle kind of like using the smart gestures on Supernote. You have a couple of them here. Some people don't like them. Some people say that they are funny and hit or miss. They can be. I haven't had any real issues with the gestures. You have to just make sure you place your hands in the correct places to use them. So we'll kind of do the same test like we did with the 10.3. All right, so the first thing we're going to look at is the lasso erase or the erase gesture. And to do that, you got to put two fingers on this little left side slide bar here, and then boom, you just circle it, and it's going to erase it. So that's one thing, and then we'll do it again.
She says Harlow has entered the chat.
She definitely has. So to do your smart gesture lasso, so you have to put two fingers here. I think you have to put them at the top, because if I put them here, it's not going to work. Oh, it did work. See?
It didn't work the other day, though.
It didn't work the other day. Man, look, I don't know. But I will say this. The gestures are more consistent than not consistent. So, again, it's probably user error or something. Oh, see, there we go. That's where you can't put your fingers at. So you can't put your fingers there at all. What I do? I don't know what just happened. All right, so guys, you can't put your fingers here. cool. Not a big deal. Still works great. Harlow is mad at that little dog out there.
She doesn't like that. She's very aggravated now.
So just like your Boox tablet, you are going to get your tools at the site of selection. Of course, you get your copy and paste, your cut and copy, things like that. Now, the difference with Supernote than Boox is going to be your headers here. So you can create a header here. That's funny. And then you have 4 different designs you can choose from. I usually just choose from this black one right here. But let's say if you don't want to use a header, you also can identify keywords with this one right here. And it will recognize that as a keyword. Now, to me, recognizing it as a keyword is almost directly like a tag. I could be wrong because I could be wrong because I'm not a Supernote expert. I usually use headers more with this, and I use those to kind of index my information out. And just like the Boox tablet, you can link things. No. And then you throw it away.
Really?
I don't know. I also think just like Boox, if you already made it a header, I don't think you can link anything to the header. I could be wrong. Someone probably going to tell me I am wrong. I don't know. I probably am. But just like Boox as well, you can create an event or you can create a new task. And so you can do that from the note, which you always could do this from the note. You know, since I've been using e-ink, it's a function that has just been added to Boox. And so when you make these headers and keywords, you don't have a outline or table of contents the same way you do with Boox. So with Supernote, this is what you kind of get. You get your headings, and it serves as the same purpose because it's indexing your information out by identifying those words as headings. Now you're going to have your headings pull up here, and then you'll be able to jump straight to them, kind of like a table of contents. You also have your keywords here as well. Keywords are kind of like tags, in my opinion, where you'll see keyword here, and then you can select it. You know, you can search by these keywords and all kind of things. They have another function here, which is the star mark system. I don't use star marks on any platform, not because I don't think they are good tools, but because I cannot draw a star. Like, I can't draw a star to save my life. And, you know, I did the review for the iFlyTech AI Note Air 2, and they have a cool feature using the star, like a smart feature where you just draw a star next to a word or sentence or whatever, and it works great. The problem is I can't draw stars. So it's not a tablet error, it's a user error thing because I can't draw stars. You know what? I'm going to see.
There's not very many people who can draw stars. I'm not the best star drawer.
Which is weird.
Hot shit.
Because it's like a staple in it's like a staple in these tablets to draw a star. Look.
Draw. Hi, Mitchell.
I can't draw a star. That's the best star you're going to get. And no tablet that I own identifies that as a star. If you guys would have seen
it looks more like a car or a animal of some sort, maybe a gerbil, hamster, if you will.
Look, this is the best it's going to get.
I know what it looks like.
What?
And I don't even watch that show like that, but the little plankton dude on SpongeBob, I think.
Oh.
That's what it looks like.
Now look.
An airplane.
When I did my AI Note Air 2 video, it's a cool tool. The star mark. Matter of fact, that's the best way I've seen that tool used is on the iFlyTech. It took me like 20 minutes to get it to work because I had to film it. Because once I got the star to work, I wanted it on film. So it took me 20 minutes just to film that one piece that should have took me a couple of seconds because I can't draw stars. Not because they don't work. I can't draw stars. I've seen Ed do it. I've seen Dave do it. I've seen Raw do it, and it just happens. I can't draw stars.
Sheen says, "Oh boy, we gotta teach you how to draw a star.
No, you don't.
We'll
Sheen.
send you a video."
Please do, because I'm telling you, it took. And then the thing with iFly Tech, which is cool, but it has a smart button, so you have to hold the button down, and that's gonna activate your smart tool thingy.
Yeah.
And so you hold the button while you're drawing a star. And I think that's the only thing that helped me draw the star is the fact that now I'm concentrating on holding the button and drawing a star. You know, I'm trying one more time. Yeah, see. Yeah, no. And so, those are like the main tools I use with Supernote. And there, like I said, there are so many other different tools within these tablets.
Go down, across, down, and back up.
What you just said to me might make sense to you and the millions and millions watching, but I no.
Go down.
Sweetie, I'm telling you now. Me and stars is like me and algebra. Don't even say it to me.
Do it.
All right. How you doing?
Just lying down.
Straight down?
Yeah, straight down.
Like this?
Yeah.
All right.
Now go at an angle across.
Okay.
Did you go across? Then go straight across.
Okay.
Then you're going to go down. And then you're going to connect to the top line. What the heck did you do?
Sweetie, you set me up for failure.
No, I did not.
You set me up for failure, sweetie.
I feel like I have to show you because
yeah,
that's better than the thing the airplane plankton that you had there.
And so a lot of these other tools, honestly, they kind of like overlap. They're like tools for adding more, changing templates, adding sheets. You have your pen tools, which we're not going to go into. I think both platforms have a decent set of tools, of pen choices and selections. And so a lot of these tools and features kind of overlap. Thank you. I think the one thing that's going to stand out that you have here on the Manta that you don't have here is going to be this new edition of plugins. And we're going to look at the stickers. The other thing is I'm running the beta software on the Manta that will allow me to experiment and play around with this ink hub. I haven't went to get any of these plugins to try because it's not my jam. I'm not a developer, and I saw Graphics Tech, and he said that he had to go grab a couple of them, and some of them you have to still do a little bit of tinkering with. Mm-hmm. I don't want to tinker.
No tinkering for you?
Nah. I'm gonna wait until, because I think it's gonna ultimately be developed to a point where it's gonna work how these stickers work. So this icon here is gonna give you stickers. Stickers is something that you don't have access to on your 10.3 or your Boox products, period. And you just have a bunch of stickers here that you can use inside your notes. And it's as easy as just selecting it, and then you can just put it wherever you want it to go. So that's how easy using those stickers are. And then, you can do things like...
Oh, look, it's fine.
The gesture died on me. Oh, so I can't go below the middle of the page for that gesture. Gotcha. That's what it is, sweetie. You got to be above the top end you got to be on the top end of the page. Mm-hmm. So you can take your image, or I'm sorry, it's not an image. You can take your clip art. I'm sorry, it's not clip art. You can take your sticker, and you can kind of do everything that you normally would do with any other stroke-based
Are you buffering?
thing. No, I'm doing this. Am I buffering where?
I just see a circle going on.
It might have buffered. Who knows?
Okay.
It's still streaming. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you can recognize this thing as an event, as a task. You can create a new sticker, which is pretty cool. So, if I wanted to take my signature, which is horrible right now. So let's say I was really important and I signed a lot of documents using my tablet. You can do that, and then I can smart lasso. And when I go here, now I can save this as a new sticker. I don't want to create an album. Boom, great. So now I've made a new sticker. So now when I go to my stickers, and then go to my stickers, these are going to be the stickers that I downloaded from the Ink Hub. And here it is, my signature. So that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool feature. I was calling this clip art. It's a little bit more than clip art. And so that's cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's a pretty cool feature.
Pete says his workaround for book stickers was to gather a bunch of what he wanted as stickers and convert them to PNG files with Canva and save them to a folder in books that he called stickers.
You know what, Pete? That's smart. I didn't think of that. But I don't use stickers. Now, if I was a what is it called? Sticker journal photo? What is it?
The journal?
Well, it's a certain word though.
Scrapbooking
or that journaling where they actually use a lot of stickers and things. This would be great for me. But when you go here, you can go to like this Ink Hub, and this is what's cool about the Ink Hub. When you go to the Ink Hub, they have a couple of different categories right now that are community driven. So that's one cool thing. It's community driven. And you can explore and you can see stickers. So they have different sticker packs. Are these the only sticker packs that are available? Okay, so they have a couple of sticker packs that are, community driven. People from the community have uploaded these things and you can download them for your use. Same thing with templates that you can use. And, you select this template if you like it. And there might be a little bit of explanation of what it is. You get to things like notes. I haven't explored this notes section too much. I don't know if it's like people, I don't know what they're doing. But I'm not saying it's not a positive thing. I'm just saying I don't know what they're doing. Oh, this looks like a little, okay, that's cool. Oh, I wonder if you can use these as stickers.
He says it was a bit of work to start, but now I just insert image and have a sticker. I do wish Boox would add that feature, though, because it would be nice to make his own notes app.
No, that's cool. Digest. So the digest, and we talked about that in the other video, and I don't think we're going to get to the digest tonight, but, the digest is a cool learning tool as well. So that's something that they have, and then, of course, they have, like, drawings. So I guess I don't know. This is pretty cool. What would I do with this outside of just have it? I don't know. Oh. Okay. Something I designed. It's cool. So it's community driven. You can share things. I think it's cool. I don't think it's a bad thing. And they also have the Ink Hub now where you can add functionality to your tablet. So you can add things like image insertion. You can add things like smart shapes. You can add things like a dictionary. And these are all tools that users wanted, but Supernote doesn't have in their official software. And with the Ink Hub and the plugins, it allows the community now to develop these things, and people can kind of pick certain tools and functions that they want to add to their Manta or their Nomad that is not in the official software. I have a thought about that, but that's for another day. So the one thing we have over here on the book side, it's not clip art. You don't have it on your Supernote tablets. And it's the ability to insert what, sweetie? An image. So if you go to your insert, right. Now when you go to insert, you have a couple of things. You can insert an image. Of course, you can do attachments, but you can also do attachments on the Manta as well. You can do links to notes and files. You can do the same thing on the Manta. I know you can insert links to notes and files. Just like you also can insert links to websites on the Manta as well. You can do timestamps. I don't know if you can insert a timestamp on the Manta, but I'm going to be honest with you. I have no use case for inserting timestamps because your file itself, like, there's a timestamp. I mean, I'm not saying no one has I guess if me and you were having an argument and you called me a word, I can make sure I insert that timestamp to let me know exactly what date you called me that word, right? Cool. But you also can go to insert, and you can insert images. And so these are just images I have on tablet. And you can insert images, you can resize them, and you can, while I can't tag them, make them a keyword, anything like that, you can do that with it's not clip art, with the stickers on Supernote. So with your stickers, you can make the sticker a header or a keyword as well. But I can put this in here, and then I can go ahead and associate it with a reminder or an event. So I can just throw that sticker in there. It's still going to associate this event with the note, and then I do all of this, and then the image is just going to be here inside of my kind of like my notes. So that's cool. And then a cool thing about inserting an image is you can insert as many images at once that you want to. I don't think it's a limit. I haven't gotten to a point where there's a limit. And you can just resize them. Do whatever you need to do to said image once you get it.
Really?
I don't know.
Mitchell asks, did you play with the remarkable Bluetooth or terminal on the XT Ink?
I haven't had time to yet, Mitchell. I will say this is why I don't add a bunch of images at once, because it starts to get clunky once you start messing with a bunch of inserting images at once. I usually do it one by one. No, I'm going to do that probably tomorrow when I have more time. So yeah, you can insert images. So that's pretty cool that you can do that here. You have other things like split screen and things like that on the Boox tablet platform that we're going to get into inside the video. So I just wanted to kind of like look at some certain things, or look at a couple things to just see what you guys thought about the Manta versus the 10.3. If you guys see a lot of differences or not. One of the last things we're going to look at with the Boox tablet that has absolutely nothing to do with the Manta. We're going to talk about capacitive. I've been seeing a lot of talk on YouTube, and when I say a lot of talk, only from like one or two people, because a lot of just regular review users who have been using the Lumi or the Gen 2 10.3, it's either they like the active or they don't. It's not a lot of in between, not a lot of like questioning why Boox chose to do this. I'm not questioning why Boox chose to go with active. It is what it is. I was more concerned about if the pen tech was going to be as good as EMR, and it is. It's on par with EMR, and in some cases it's better. To be honest with you, the active stylized tech on this Gen 2 10.3 is better than a couple of EMR tablets that I have here that came out within the last 2 years. And it's not that the EMR is bad on those tablets, but it's not that the pen input is bad on those tablets. It's just that, like, I have EMR tablets that have a little bit more lag than this tablet does when it comes to the active writing. The active writing on the Gen 2 Lumi, honestly, is just straight up better than the MobiScribe Wave. And the MobiScribe Wave is EMR. It's straight up better than the first gen Kindle Scribe. So I can't complain about it. I'm not questioning why they chose to do it. So let's see. One of the complaints, or not the complaint, I'm sorry. One of the things that were brought up about why the active is a con is because you can't find any other USI pens that could be as good as the one that's made for the tablet. Some people say it's programming. it just doesn't work well. And I'm not saying that's not the case. I don't know if I'm pretty sure not every active styli it will work as good as the pen that it was programmed for. Now, this is going to be the Ink Sense Plus. This isn't the one that shipped with the tablet. This is one I bought off Amazon that I honestly think shipped with the Palma 2 Pro. But I broke the original stylus that shipped with the Lumi. And what?
You did.
I did. I broke it. And it wasn't like the Lumi's. It wasn't Boox's poor. It wasn't like Boox had poor construction of the tablet or the pen. It was user error. Because I dropped stuff. Repeatedly. I've heard things like, this has nib wobble. Every EMR or active styli I have in this house, and I have a lot, they all have nib wobble. So I don't know what that's about. They all have nib wobble. Even the beloved Heart of Metal too. But yeah, so this is the official pen. So this is the official pen for the tablet. And we'll just write my name. Now, I had a couple of stylus laying around from my days of trying to find the perfect active styli for the Go 7. So this is one. This is a Lenovo pen. This is the pen that doesn't work. This pen on this tablet, it doesn't work that good, but I don't know if I need to change the batteries because this pen was just sitting on my desk for about 8 months, not being used.
Oh, well, thank you, She Ink.
What happened? What we got? Oh, thanks, She Ink. So let's see if this one is... Okay, so cool. It's activated. So let's see if this one works right. And so what I've noticed, one thing was the third-party pens that didn't ship with the tablet, they're not programmed correctly, so they're not going to work right. That was one of the things that was said. Every pen that I have here today on the table, it works fine. Now, what you will find a difference is going to be the nib texture. And for me, the nib feel on the writing surface, for me, make or breaks my writing experience. So this is like a real slick nib that's on this Lenovo pen. I hate it. So while it technically works fine as a styli for this platform, you can make anything an event or a reminder. Like anything. That's cool. The timestamp can be an event or a reminder. That's cool. It's good to know. Yes, I want to delete it. So yeah, while this pen works fine, it's battery operated, so you got to put batteries in it. And I don't like the nib. And one of the other things is it's hard to find like a nib for these pens that is different from, like the nib associated with it. Now, this next pen is a Penoval pen. And to be honest with you, when you look at this Penoval pen next to the Ink Sense Plus, they kind of almost look like the same pen. The only difference is, the Ink Sense has a programmable button, or has a button. This Penoval pen doesn't have a button. When it comes to like the design of it, it's almost the same. The Penoval pen is slightly heavier up here. It still has the same USB-C charging connection. Now the nibs are slightly different, and the Penoval pen is slightly longer. And so it has a different style nib on the Penoval. Now, I broke this pen. I didn't break it. I dropped it. So the nib is damaged. So I need to get a replacement nib for it because I don't know what the nib is. Because again, this pen was sitting on my desk for like 8 months. But This pen is this pen works exactly like the Ink Sense Plus, but my nib is messed up, so I might mess up when I first start writing. Yeah, okay. So cool. You ready? So this one works pretty much. It feels almost like the Ink Sense Plus. That W is messed up because my nib is messed up. All right, cool. I'm going to have to get a new nib because I don't know if the nib is making that thing weird like that. But I think this one feels the closest to it. I'm going to find out what type of nib goes with this one, and then I'm going to order it because it says like a split on it or something. I dropped this thing like 20 times.
Dude.
And I mean, the only test I'm doing to see if these things are accurate is if my horrible handwriting looks the same, which it's consistently bad. And then, of course, the other pen that I bought that from a programming wise, it works the same. This one here, the nib here, is also slick. It's just the material the nib is. Now, with this one, you have to make sure you press the button to activate it. If you don't press the button, it's not going to connect to the tablet. But once you press that button, it's connected to the tablet. And this isn't a bad writing feel with the nib. To be honest with you, if you like the kind of way if you like the way the ceramic nib glides on the Supernote with the Feel Right 2, then you would like this styli because this styli is going to give you that feel with this nib. And the programming of this styli seems like it's in tune with whatever the Ink Sense Plus is tuned with. So it works just as good when you look at the accuracy and those other things. I don't draw, so I don't draw. I'm not an artist, so I'm not gonna see those differences with EMR versus active that a lot of the artists can tell you about. And I'd never used the brush, so I know Kit made a video where he showed the difference between EMR and the capacitive with the brush tool. I only use the ballpoint pen. You know, I might use, I don't use that brush pen. So I might come here and use like some of these calligraphy pens or whatever. But I don't even use a calligraphy pen a lot. Sweetie does because her handwriting looks great with it. My handwriting looks even worse with calligraphy for some reason.
Dude, seriously.
So yeah, this pen works fine. And so another knock about this pen is the ergonomics. Ergonomics aren't that bad for me because again, I write like 5-year-old, so I hold the pen weird. But this pen actually is, even though it's slick, it's more comfortable to write with than this style line. I almost wrote my whole address down here for the world to see. Because I'm so used to writing my address when I'm testing out styli, because I feel like writing out my address allows me to write those strokes that some people may say, you know, shows a difference. Now, ultimately, I like just whatever Boox did with this pen, nib, and styli. So yeah, I like it. But you know, that was that little segment there about Boox versus Supernote. Not in trying to say which one is the best, but you know, just talking about the differences and you know the similarities and then the differences. So I'm gonna have that video probably finished probably within the next day or two, and then from there We'll post it and we'll see what kind of reactions I get. You know, if I get told that, you know, I'm tripping. Aaron, how dare you? I told you that you can't compare them and you did, and your comparison shows me why Supernova is superior. I might get that. I don't know. Outside of that, sweetie, what you got? Are you still happy and content with your Kindle Scribe?
Always.
I had something else I want to tell you guys. Oh, Sharon. I'm so excited. As soon as I get off this live, which is going to be soon, I can't wait. I can't wait to throw my new ink inside of my fountain pen.
Is it blue?
It's blue. I think so. Yes, it's a hue of blue.
Uh-huh.
Can't wait, Sharon. This is another Sailor ink. I think it says Buddha. Ain't that what they say? Or Budo.
Oh.
Budo. So I can't wait to try that one out. And, you know, I showed you guys, this is the new fountain pen that I'm going to throw this one in. So I'm putting it in this one right here. So, yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to use these. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and throw these in there, test it out. I bought like a little notebook, man, like a little thing. It's like a little Japanese paper tablet. Because I still like writing on paper. And it's a little small, little like, you know, lined little catch-all tablet. I think I'm going to write just like one-liners in here that describe a certain time of the day. So, you know, if I'm having a good day, if I experience something really cool, I just want to write like a 1-word or 2-word descriptive like phrase or word for it, date it, and then just go back and look at it. You got a cool little like bookmarky thingy here. Yeah, I like it. Cause I still like writing on paper from time to time.
I was going to tell you something.
Huh?
I don't remember.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's what Pete said earlier that you taught him something. He didn't realize you can insert multiple images at once. And Sharon says she appreciates you, my friend.
Oh, thank you, Sharon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pete, you definitely can add multiple images. When I do the multiple image thing, I usually don't add more than like 2 or 3 at once, because like you guys saw, when you start adding like 4 and 5, they get a little clunky. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. I will have this video out. I have another video on the iFly Tech tablet that's gonna be releasing within the next couple of days, and then we're going to do my my daily stack. What tablets I keep with me and use daily as that multi-tablet functional stack. And out of all the tablets that I have here that I review, that I make content on, which ones do I personally use daily? We're gonna talk about that. So yeah, that's where we are. You got any words for closing, sweetie?
No.
No.
Thank you for joining. We appreciate you.
Yo, I was scared this morning, sweetie, before we get off.
Why you was scared? Why for? What?
Because I plugged the car up last night.
Oh.
And I knew it was gonna rain today.
Uh-huh.
Which the charger is waterproof.
Mm-hmm.
And the car can charge in the rain.
Yeah.
That's what they tell me in the user manual.
Uh-huh.
I told you I'm not gonna go run outside and plug the car up if it's raining.
Mm-mm.
Nor am I gonna go outside and unplug it in the middle of a rainstorm.
Mm-hmm.
If it's already plugged up and it's raining, it is what it is.
It's gonna stay that way.
I plugged the car up yesterday when I came in because I didn't go anywhere else. And I had every intention to unplug the car. I ended up getting into bed at like 11 something and started watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. And as I was watching Stone Ocean beat someone, I realized it started raining. And I was like, oh, that's nice, it's raining. And then I said, oh, I was supposed to unplug the car. Well, I'm definitely not going out there now, especially on 1 foot, sweetie.
You definitely should not move so much in the wetness.
Not on 1 foot.
On 1 foot.
Yeah, I'm not hopping out there on 1 foot, so I didn't go. And then I went to sleep, and then I woke up in a panic at 5:30 from thunder and lightning. It thundered so hard, and the lightning was so bright, it lit up the room and shook the house.
I'm surprised Harlow didn't jump in the bed with you.
Door was closed. And so then I said, oh my gosh.
No wonder she's so tired today.
I said, oh my gosh.
High voltage disconnects, you'll be fine. That's what Mitchell says.
You're right, Mitchell, but still, I said, oh my gosh, I have to go unplug my car. And this is the other thing too, Mitchell. Like, we stay in the old neighborhood. You know, we stay in the old part of town. It's the old part of Houston, outskirts of downtown. Depending on, you know, now it's actually called Upper Heights. It's also the Garden District. It's also just straight up Central Gardens. Mm-hmm. When it was Central Gardens, it was a rough part of town. Now it's the Upper Heights. It's not a rough part of town, but yeah. But it's an old part of town. So if
fancy.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not. It's not. So you know, it's still an old part of town. So even though we redid our house, redid all of our electrical, all of that, it only takes like two thunders and 2 lightnings, and then you go outside and there's no power in the neighborhood for like 2 hours.
Oh, okay. You grew up in Spring.
Who grew up in Spring?
Pete grew up in Spring but lives in Georgia.
We lived in Georgia. Pete hated it. The people were fine, but we came back. And I don't think Georgia was bad. I just think I didn't have time to
okay.
I didn't have issues
Part
with
of Georgia, Pete. The people were okay.
We lived in Atlanta/Hapeville. I don't know. My light bill said Hapeville. My address said Atlanta. I don't know where I lived at. All I know is that they told me where I was.
It was sketch.
They said it was sketch. It was sketch. It was cool.
Sketch.
It was fine. It was quiet to me.
Very quiet.
Very quiet.
There were deer.
There were deer.
There were deer
in the backyard.
In the middle of the street.
I didn't like it. And I'm from Texas, so it seemed like if I see a deer, I should shoot it. But whatever. That's a whole other story. But yeah, so I was awakened by thunder and lightning. So I said, oh, curse word. And then I said, man, let me go unplug this car before it starts storming more. And so I literally put on my walking boot and I did a fast walk. Sweetie probably wouldn't have approved. And I got outside and it wasn't raining at the moment, but I heard thunder and lightning. I heard thunder, saw lightning, and then the grass was wet. And I'm like, this is sketch. You should have seen me unplug the plug from the socket. I unplugged it, bracing myself to be electrocuted.
Dude.
But then, you know, I hopped out to the car, unplugged it, and just brought the charger in the house. I feel like I made this sword.
I can't leave this guy alone. He does questionable things when I leave him.
I'm glad I unplugged it when I did, though, because if I would have waited till when I had to come pick you up from the airport, it was pouring. So I wouldn't have had if I wouldn't have unplugged it when I did, I wouldn't have had an opportunity in my mind throughout the day. I think it stopped now.
No. It's still going. I hear it. It's still going.
You're right. Yeah, so thank you guys for checking us out. Yeah, so Mitchell, I'm going to try out the Bluetooth keyboard thing for the Move. I'm going to try out the XT Ink thing. I got some stuff to try out tonight before I make some videos. So I'm definitely going to try that out. But thanks to everybody for checking us out. Mitchell, Pete, Sharon, She Ink, thank you all for coming out. And if I missed you, I'm sorry. I didn't do it on purpose. And I'm glad that I fixed my feed, because that was annoying me. I was very annoyed. But thank you guys for checking out the show tonight. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope I was entertaining. And I'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.